Hey guys, Paul here with Late Night Games. It is Sunday, the 5th of April, 2015, which means it is the 5th day in our VEDA challenge. That's vlog every day in April. Now to talk about today, I guess I have to start it last night, because after last night's vlog was recorded, I ended up staying up till like 6:30 in the morning playing Earth mode on League of Legends with Ray. Yeah, it was kind of an insane amount of gaming, but it was really fun. My favorite combo that the two of us played is when she played Syndra and I played Blitzcrank, or when she played Syndra and I played Poppy. I just love bashing them into the walls with Poppy. She also does really well as Ahri, so really any character where she can completely melt the enemy and I can do something to knock them away or stun them or grab them so that she can kill them easier turned out to be a fairly good combination. Now today was Easter, and I don't really celebrate Easter as a religious holiday, but my mother either way got me a chocolate bunny whose head I very rapidly punched off and devoured. It was a very clean cut too. I punched it right in the face and right at the neck, horizontal slice as though it was done by a knife. My mom asked why I wanted to punch the bunny's head off. I said, well, I want to eat the bunny's head. I want to remove it quickly and painlessly, so I'm just going to punch it and make its head go snap. Then I made a joke about mounting the bunny's head on the wall, but come summertime that would get all melty and gross. And then from there, my brother came over. I helped him move my old computer desk that used to be down here over to his place so he can use it from now on because now I got this desk here. And I finally got a chance to try out that game I picked up a couple weeks ago, Final Fantasy Type 0. Now, I'm going to warn you guys, there's some very minor spoilers ahead because it does talk about the very beginning of the game. So I may spoil the storyline of the first, say, half hour of the game because that's really all I've played. But the mechanics of the game are really fun. It reminds me of Final Fantasy Tactics mixed with a more modern Final Fantasy, but one where you run around while in combat, similar to, say, Final Fantasy 12 or Final Fantasy the RPGs. The MMO RPGs. They're all RPGs, that's just the general nature of the game, except for Tactics, which is a turn-based strategy game, but still, generally Final Fantasies are RPGs. I meant similar to the MMO RPGs. And your squadron consists of 12 people that all have a different type of weapon, from katana, long sword, whip sword, like a chain sword, like Ivy from Soul Calibur. And you got a character who uses a flute as a weapon, and a character who throws throwing cards, who reminds me a lot of Twisted Fate. And all the players are named after playing cards. Ace, Deuce, Trey, Catra, Sank, Says, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then Jack, King, and Queen are all the characters in it, as well as a couple extra characters who don't fit in with the naming convention, but the first 13 you start with are all named after playing cards, and that's just awesome. But the world has something really sad about it. I haven't figured out the full details yet, because as I said, I'm very early into the game, but for some reason, the crystals that give them magic also erase their memories of anyone who's dead. That means no one can remember the dead, and it's done apparently so that they aren't bothered with the mourning of people and can instead just keep fighting uninhibited. The only reason they even know people have died is before people go out to battle, they leave like an ID card behind. And whoever doesn't come to reclaim their ID card obviously must have died in the battle, so they write their name on a stone as, oh, this person died. No one remembers them, no one cares who they are, but they died. And you know, I have to wonder if that's really a better way of going about it. Sure, you wouldn't have to immediately mourn, you'd be able to fight right away. But to live your life knowing that everyone you've ever lost, you don't even remember having had them? Everything you've done with that person, their sacrifice is totally in vain because while it may allow everyone else to live, you don't get to remember their sacrifice. And does that really take away from the sacrifice they made in the first place just because no one remembers it? Is a hero not still a hero even if he's not remembered as such? I mean, granted, it's only a concept from a video game, but it brings up a lot of interesting questions about mortality and whether or not we live on in the memory of others, and if that's the case, do these people ever really live on? I mean, they all have gravestones, and people will write down the names of all their friends, and if they look at the list of names and there's a name they don't recognize, they're like, oh, that must have been a friend of mine who died in battle. I mean, there's a scene where two characters are in the graveyard, and one is standing over the gravestone of what he knows to be his brother. And someone else says, I'm sure he was a great person because he is your brother. And the guy said, I really couldn't tell you. I don't know him. I don't remember him. There's no memories of my brother. My brother could have been a complete tool for all I know. All I can know is he died, he lived, he died probably serving the country, so there's that. I don't know. I do plan on playing a lot more of the game, probably through tonight and maybe throughout the week. I'll be streaming it on Twitch, but yeah, it's definitely something that's a totally different way of looking at the moral dilemma of death and life afterwards. But since I really didn't do anything today other than move a desk and play video games really all I had to talk about today. Hopefully this week will be a little more exciting, but now that I've gotten back into the habit of editing videos on a regular basis, I'm going to dig up some of the old game footage I've recorded before, see if I can start uploading some of those old Let's Plays, and start continuing where we left off. I'm not going to give you guys an exact date because I don't know how busy work's going to be starting this week, because work can be completely chaotic, and you guys will know more come tomorrow. But yeah, I'm hoping to see if we can get back into at least some sort of a schedule within the next couple of weeks. That's all I have for today, so we'll see you next time, guys, and until then, take care.